W8VPV. Repeater TL110.9.
Good evening, and welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club's Monday evening transmission of Amateur Radio Newsline. My name is Russ, and my call is KD8BYT. But for this presentation of Newsline, I will be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Without further ado, this is Amateur Radio Newsline.
Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2506 with a release date of Friday, November 7th, 2025, to follow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The following is a QST. The FCC considers a request for satellite delivery of after-hour sunlight. Australia begins a sweeping review of their amateur band plans, and remembering a priest who pioneered wireless transmission at the turn of the century. All this and more as Amateur Radio Newsline report number 2506 comes your way right now.
From around the world, this is Newsline, Amateur Radio's independent, on-the-air news and bulletin service. And now reporting from Valparaiso, Indiana, here's Paul Brown, WD9GCO.
Our top story sheds some light on a satellite company's plan to shed some light. Some real, reflected light from the sun back to the Earth after twilight to benefit solar power users. Kent Peterson, KC0DGY, gives us the details.
The FCC's Space Bureau has been asked to approve a proposed launch next April for a satellite in non-geostationary orbit that will deploy mirrors to provide sunlight on demand, according to the company's website. Reflect Orbital, a startup company based in California, filed its application this past summer for a license for what it hopes will be the first of 4,000 mirrored satellites that it wants to place in low Earth orbit by 2030. The April launch is being eyed for a demonstration satellite, which will carry a mirror that measures 18 by 18 meters or 60 by 60 feet. Sunlight's reflection by that envisioned constellation would extend daylight beyond twilight for as much as 4 hours, increasing solar power production to locations where Reflect Global has customers. The company says that its technology supports clean energy generation, but astronomers, biologists, and other scientists have raised questions about the prospect of light pollution on human and animal health and the ability to study the skies effectively. Astronomers in particular have said that lighting up dark skies would impede their work, which often uses sensitive cameras. According to published reports, Reflect Orbital recently began working with astronomers to minimize the mirror's impact on them. Meanwhile, scientists have observed how nocturnal species' lives can be disrupted and perhaps imperiled by artificial light during the night. This past May, the U.S. Air Force awarded the project a $1.25 million Small Business Innovation Research contract to support its progress. This is Kent Peterson, KC0DGY.
The last major changes to Australia's national band plan were put in place nearly a decade ago, prompting the Wireless Institute of Australia to launch a sweeping review of everything, proposing changes across almost all bands. Graham Kemp, VK4BB, explains this ambitious undertaking.
Regulatory changes and shifts in on-air activity are two of the major drivers behind a wide-ranging overhaul being considered for Australia's ham band.
Repeater, timeout.
South Australia and New South Wales. The objective is to transmit a predetermined relay message in one direction from one operator to the next, and a responding message back in the reverse direction. According to the event website, although ham radio operators will not be participating in the message relay itself, their presence on the mountains is still useful because the hams can help with operator coordination and, of course, if there is a need for emergency communications. For details about participating, see the link in the text version of this week's newscast at arnewsline.org. This is Jason Daniels, VK2LAW.
The estate of a silent key in the U.S. has endowed the creation of a high-ranking position at his alma mater in the state of Iowa. We learn more about him from Andy Morrison, K9AWM.
A native of Iowa, Gary Swinson, Kilo Alpha 2, Hotel Alpha November, served in the U.S. Army for 30 years before retiring as a colonel in 2005. Before entering the military, he had earned his master's and doctoral degrees in economics from Iowa State University. His lifelong love of learning and reading carried through into his amateur radio career and now prominently into his legacy. Gary became a silent key this past June unexpectedly when he had a heart attack at the age of 75. His estate is funding the establishment of a Dean of Library Services on the university campus. The library is a cornerstone of the university, with more than 2.3 million physical items in its collections and another 2 million e-books, as well as access to online publications in various disciplines. According to the university website, more than 1.5 million downloads of the campus's scholarship and research projects are completed each year from its digital repository. The Library Services inaugural dean, Hillary Seo, said the gift would, quote, benefit future generations of students well into our next century of service, end quote. That educational mission is consistent with much of what Gary did after retiring from the military. He tutored at a community action center near his home in the state of Virginia and was active with the Mount Vernon Amateur Radio Club. This is Andy Morrison, Kilo 9 Alpha Whiskey Mike.
In the world of DX, Arnold DK1VK will be active as OZ0ROM from Oromo Island, IOTA number EU125 on the 8th through to the 14th of November, and again on the 21st through to the 28th of November. He will also be on the air from the 16th through to the 19th of November as LA/DK1VK from Utsira Island, IOTA number EU055. During his activations from both locations, he will be using single sideband on 80 through 10 meters and possibly 160 meters. Listen for Eldir, PY1SAD, using the call sign 8R1TM from Guyana until the 7th of December. He is using single sideband, CW, and digital modes on 160 through 6 meters. The 5J4D expedition to Playa Blanca Island will be on the air starting on the 12th of November. The island is IOTA number SA084. Be listening for them on CW, single sideband, and the digital modes on 80 through 10 meters until either the 16th or the 17th of November. For all contacts listed in the world of DX, please see QRZ.com for QSL details, frequencies, or other operating information. We'll end our report this week by going back in time to the turn of the century when a priest from Europe came to the U.S., where he became an early pioneer of wireless communications. Travis Lisk, N3ILS, introduces us to him.
Father Joseph Mrgas, the scientist, painter, and priest born in what is now known as Slovakia, was a man of enduring curiosity and deep faith. Ordained in 1888, he served the church in what was then the Kingdom of Hungary until he answered a call to service in the United States. In 1896, he arrived in the mining community of Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, which has a strong Slovak population. The priest, whose many studies included astronomy, botany, and electrotechnology, held another cherished faith, a strong belief in his experiments in radiotelegraphy. Some historians say that his development of a wireless transmission method, known as the tone method, which he patented, paved the way for the development of Morse code. In 1905, he publicly tested it, successfully sending signals between towers in Wilkes-Barre and Scranton, about 20 miles or 32 kilometers away. That historic transmission will be recreated on the 15th of November by the Mrgas Amateur Radio Club, K3YTL, at King's College, and amateur radio station W3USR at the University of Scranton. The event, organized in partnership with the Slovak Heritage Society of Northeastern Pennsylvania, will be live streamed on YouTube and Facebook and will be available for viewing later on the club's YouTube page. The day will also mark the 50th anniversary of the club that honored the pioneering priest by adopting his name as their own. This is Travis Lisk, N3ILS.
Find links to the 1 p.m. live stream in the text version of this week's newscast at arnewsline.org. If you haven't sent in your ham radio haiku yet, what's been stopping you? Visit our website at arnewsline.org, and as you compose your ode to the favorite online activity, we will help you use the correct number of syllables to make an authentic haiku. Submit your work and then sit back and wait to hear whether you are the winner of this week's challenge. The winner gets a shout-out on our website where everyone can find the winning haiku. With thanks to Amateur News Daily, American Astronomical Society, AMSAT News Service, Bob Jesuit, W8VPV, David Behar, 425DX Bulletin, Iowa State University, Little and Kane Funeral Directors, Los Angeles Times, Mountain Radio Challenge, Murgus Amateur Radio Club, Peter Freiler, W1AIR, QRZ.com, shortwaveradio.de, Slovak Heritage Society, Soda Reflector, Space.com, Storm Lake Times Pilot, Wireless Institute of Australia, the Yasmi Foundation, YouTube, and you, our listeners. That's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline. We remind our listeners that Amateur Radio Newsline is an all-volunteer nonprofit organization that incurs expenses for its continued operations. If you wish to support us, please visit our website at arnewsline.org and know that we appreciate you all. We also remind our listeners that if you like our newscast, please leave us a 5-star rating wherever you subscribe to us. For now, with Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team worldwide, I'm Paul Brown, WD9GCO in Valparaiso, Indiana, saying 73. As always, we thank you for listening. Amateur Radio Newsline is copyright 2025. Amateur Radio Newsline retains ownership of its materials even when retransmitted elsewhere. All rights are reserved.
This concludes our Monday evening transmission of Amateur Radio Newsline. We'd like to apologize for the technical difficulty with the repeater. Net to start in about 9 minutes.
Russ, this is W03X. Stand by for a contact from N8RKA.
Copy that.
Okay, well, I don't hear him. This is W03X again. What he's wanting to contact you about is Janissary Home Run for the Homeless. Would you be able to operate for that event, which is the morning of Thanksgiving Day? Over?
Yeah, I can do that if I can get the position at the Yankee Bionics.
Yankee Bionics?
Yeah, it's right there at Exchange and the Inner Belt.
Okay, if he doesn't get back with you, I'll mention that to him. He should. I told him to contact you right after Newsline here, so we'll see what happens. But I'll make a note of that, and then I'll listen here to see if he contacts you before the net. This is W03X. Thanks.
Okay, he should have my phone number. He can call me on my phone, too. This is KD8VYT Clear.
Good evening, calling all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday Night VHF UHF Net. My name is John and my call is W03X. However, for the purposes of this net, I'll be using the club call Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. This is an open directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. You do not have to be a club member. All traffic will go through net control, and since emergency traffic may break in at any time, please leave a brief pause between transmissions. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information to enhance net operating practices and to keep members up to date about club happenings. This net meets here every Monday evening at 8:30 p.m. local time, preceded by Amateur Radio Newsline at 8:01. We'll start with announcements and then ask for check-ins from any officer or member who has an announcement of general interest to the club. Once that is complete, I'll take check-ins, call signs only, 5 at a time, and confirming each call. Then I'll correspond with those 5 check-ins and ask for 5 more until the activity slows down, and then I'll go 1 at a time. If you're a regular participant, I'll probably recognize you by call sign. If not, please give your call repeated phonetically, followed by your name and your location. When all check-ins have been corresponded with, I will close the net after repeating the announcements, and then I'll give one last call for check-ins. We also operate a band exploration net at 9:30 p.m. after this net. Please join us if you have the privileges and equipment. This evening, the band exploration net is on 10 meters on 28.360 megahertz upper sideband. Here are the announcements. This Wednesday, that's November 12th, starting at 7:30 p.m., is the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club meeting. You can attend in person or be an active participant using Zoom. If you're going to attend in person, you get to the meeting it's at the Pilgrim United Church of Christ, which has a listed address of 130 Broad Boulevard, but you get to the entrance by going to the parking lot, which is on 2nd Street just south of Broad Boulevard. The entrance then is just off the corner of the parking lot. As a token of appreciation for their letting us use their facility for our meeting, we are requesting that each in-person participant bring a canned good food item, anything except tomato soup. They apparently have an overabundance of tomato soup, so that's their request. Okay, so that is March 12th at 7:30 p.m. Not March 12th, November 12th at 7:30 p.m. Then to attend via Zoom, go to our website, www.cfarc.org. Look at the right side of the page, and you'll see March 12th there. And the link for Zoom is there. Also, what you'll see March 13th. There's going to be an activity concerning the ARRL single sideband sweepstakes contest. If you would like to participate in that contest and you would like to go to the clubhouse to do that, then I recommend that you go on Zoom and watch that presentation and participate in it too. Now, the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Christmas dinner will be December 3rd, and that will be at the New Era Restaurant. And there will be, there may already be now, a link to sign up to so that we can tell how many are going to attend. Okay, let's see here. So I see on the web page that there's also a November 26th announcement, and that is for what we call an unmeeting. And that's at the clubhouse. So if you're interested in that, take a look at our homepage and click on that clubhouse unmeeting event. Okay, there is an operating event on the morning of Thanksgiving Day, and it's the Genesaret Home Run for the Homeless. We need some operators to help out on the course, and so contact Artie at n8rka1@att.net to let him know that you can participate in that. Contact him either today or sometime tomorrow so that he can get that operation set up. I've been the net control operator for that operation for the last few years. What you need is a handheld radio that can operate on 2 meters, or if you're in a place on the course where you can be in your car, then you can use your mobile radio for that on 2 meters. The frequency will be designated later. I believe that's all that I have in a way of announcements. So this is WO3X, name here is John, at the mic for the Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor VHF UHF net. Are there any officers or members who have an announcement of general interest to the club? Please call now.
Whiskey 8 Echo Zulu Tango.
Whiskey 8 Echo Zulu Tango. Go ahead, Frank.
Good, John. This is an evolving situation here as we go. First of all, the meeting Wednesday, we're going to have a BOG meeting, Board of Governance meeting, a little bit earlier, starting at 6:30 at the church. Club members are invited and encouraged to attend and express their ideas about and thoughts about what we're going to be talking about. I haven't even had a chance to check the agenda yet, but we're going to set up. The officers and trustees are going to try to get there as early as 6, get set up, and get a end-of-year Board of Governance meeting out of the way between 6:30 and 7:30, and then the normal meeting will proceed at 7:30. The normal meeting, by the way, is a presentation by Ken Dorsey, KA8OAD, on FreeDV. It's a digital voice software that allows you to digitize your voice and transmit it via sideband. It's supposed to be much less sensitive to high noise conditions, high electrical noise conditions, and low signal conditions. It's much like FM. It's either there or not. Let me break for time here. So you may want to show up and attend if you're interested in that. And as I say, we appreciate it if you'd be there as early as 6:15 or so we can get your opinions and thoughts on the Board of Governments meeting. We are going to be doing some planning for the clubhouse, probably allocate some more money for it. And of course, during the meeting, we'll have a quick summary of the club status and everything like that. Additionally, as John mentioned, this Saturday we're going to be operating at the clubhouse in the ARRL sideband sweepstakes. That's Saturday and Sunday. There will be a training session Thursday at the clubhouse, 7 p.m. If you're interested in participating, even if you're a technician, by all means show up. We'll get you comfortable with the radio, the foot switches, everything, the loggers, how to use it, and you will have a chance to operate during Saturday and Sunday. There is a sign-up sheet. Should have come out and emailed everybody there. And of course, then we've got the event Saturday and Sunday there. The speaker for our Christmas party, let me pause for time again. The speaker for our Christmas party is Ray Witt, N8BZZ. He is a beekeeper, and he's going to be talking about bees and beekeeping. He's a former former student of ours in the ham radio classes, and worked his way up from tech to extra, and also knows his way around bees. He's been doing that for well over 10 years now. All right, I think that's all I've got right now. We don't know what we're doing at the clubhouse, but we do have the new windows in. I may have an entrance panel done by then. Maybe we'll try to put that in on the fourth Wednesday of the month. But that's where we stand now. So, John, let me hand it back to you. I'm going to run out and run some errands real quick. Thanks for doing the net. W8ECT, back to net.
Yeah, very good, Frank. Yes, even though the sweepstakes contest is on the HF bands, a technician can operate with a control operator beside the technician. So keep that in mind. That can get you some experience on the HF bands. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Are there any other officers or members who have an announcement of general interest to the club?
Alpha Charlie 8 X-Ray Oscar.
Go ahead, Vince.
Well, first, thank you to my contributors. They know who they are. The newsletter's out. If you haven't read it, take a chance and look at it. If you think you want to contribute, time to start thinking about that is now. The newsletter will be published after the Christmas get-together, because the Christmas get-together is the first Wednesday, and I publish before the second Wednesday. And John, just to add 2 cents to what you said, those technicians can operate in a specific area on 10 meters without anybody's help. Anyway, Alpha Charlie 8 X-Ray Oscar, back to that.
Yeah, thanks, Vince. Yeah, that's 28.3 and up a little bit, so you're not getting into the, so say 28.333 to 28.497. So you can operate voice in that portion of the 10-meter band as a technician by yourself. Thanks. Okay, very good, Vince. So we'll clear with AC8XO. Are there any other officers or members who have an item of special interest to the club? Please call now. Okay, not hearing any. This is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor, asking for check-ins.
K8PU.
K8PU, I have you, Larry. We'll get back with you in a moment here. Another check-in, please.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo Papa Bravo.
KF8EPB, Brian, I have you. We'll get back with you. Another check-in, please.
November 8, Romeo Kilo Echo, Larry in North Royalton. N8RKE, Larry in North Royalton. We'll get back with you in a moment here. Another check-in, please.
Kilo Bravo 8 Victor Hotel Kilo, John and Kenmore now.
Kilo 8 Victor Hotel Kilo. We'll get back with you in a moment. And one more.
Kilo Echo 8, Uniform Lima Charlie, Kurt in Cuyahoga Falls. That's KE8ULC.
KE8ULC, Kurt, we'll get back with you. Okay, so let's go up to Larry, K8PU. Go ahead, Larry, with your comments. This is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor.
John, everybody on the net? Oh my goodness, the weather. Yeah, it caught me a little short. I was going to climb the tower, get up there about 40 feet and put that sunlight up there so I could go out and sit in the backyard when this happened. But it caught me short, John. And, let's see, we got to say congratulations to our Marine Corps here, which is 250 years old today. And needless to say, I wasn't in for 250 years, but I put a few in there and proud of it. And I think Veterans Day tomorrow, but anyways, this is Marine Corps birthday, 250 years today. And let me see. I was going to mention, John, perhaps, the way things have been lately, these food banks and everything running out of food, maybe we could bring an extra canned good or two, bring 2 or 3 items to the meeting, help out the church. I'm sure they appreciate it. And I'm sure folks that get that stuff appreciates it. That's a suggestion. And aside from that, I'll catch you on 10 meters at 9:30, so back to you, John. W8VPV, K8PU.
Yeah, very good, Larry. Yeah, that's something, 250 years for the U.S. Marines. Very good. And, yes, I'll be bringing 2 canned good items. My wife said she picked out 2 particular ones there. So, yeah, very good. Thanks. And I'll try to save you a seat there, but we're going to have some additional people attending, so we'll see how that goes. So I'll see you there on, I'll be on 10 meters starting at 9:30. Okay, next is Brian, KF8EPB. Go ahead, Brian.
Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor. This is KF8EPB. Good evening, everyone on the net. I hope everyone's doing good. As far as radio, I picked up a new TYT 7800 this week. That's what I'm using right now. I'm learning how to use that. So I've been pretty active on that free DV for the last week or so. Excited to learn more about it at the meeting. If people are interested in it, maybe we could add it to one of the extra band exploration nets and give it a try one night. I've been busy trying to set up my RTL SDR with the RX SSTV software to try to download some SSTV images from the ISS this week. That'll start on Wednesday, so I might be a little late for the meeting trying to get those images. I think it starts right before the meeting. But John, also, they cut out the whole top of that water tower. I didn't know if you saw that or not, but it's just the sides and legs now standing up down there. That's all I have for tonight. I hope to see everyone on 10 meters. This is Kilo Foxtrot 8 Echo Papa Bravo 73, and back to net.
Yeah, very good, Brian. Yeah, I noticed that the top was off, and then I was coming back from a walk. I was on 16th Street, and when I was crossing Jefferson, I glanced over to it, and I see that part of the side that faces 13th Street, is cut off. I don't know how far around it goes, but or how far it's cut off, but I noticed that part of the side, not the whole side, but like maybe a third of the side, height-wise, is cut out now. So I guess they're going to take it out piece by piece. That's funny. Okay, thanks, and we'll see you at the meeting then. Okay, so that takes us to another Larry, N8RKE. Go ahead, Larry, with your comments. This is Whiskey 8 Victor, Papa Victor.
Okay, well, thank you. It's good to be here. And let's see what's going on. After a little finagling, I got this old Collins 30L1 amplifier working with my Yaesu 710, which was a little tricky because they don't match up very well out of the box, so I had to do something to isolate them to keep the smoke inside the radio. So that's my latest addition, and I'm kind of happy to get that thing running, and it's doing pretty good. And got a 2-year-old radio working with a 65-year-old amplifier. So that's about it. If I help me, or correct me if I'm wrong, but this is Cuyahoga Falls. It's what I have it listed in my this net listed in my list. Is that correct? N8RKE, back to net.
Yes, Larry. Yeah, this is Cuyahoga Falls. This is the Whiskey 8 Victor, Papa Victor, Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Monday night VHF UHF net. We start at 8:01 with Newsline, and then the VHF UHF net starts at 8:30, and then at 9:30 starts what we call the band exploration net. That band exploration net is on a different band each week, and so on the first Monday of a month, it's on 6 meters, on or about 50.270 megahertz. Then on a second Monday, it's on a frequency that we've been using for many years on 10 meters, on a 10-meter net. That was before we had this band exploration net. We had a 10-meter net after the VHF UHF net, and that frequency is 28.360 megahertz. Then on the third Monday, we're on 40 meters, on or about 7.187 megahertz, but it usually ends up being like somewhere around 7,200 kilohertz or so. And then on a fourth Monday, we're on 75 meters, on or about 3.827 megahertz. If there's a fifth Monday, then we're on some other band, like maybe one of the WARC bands, depending on the time of year. In the winter, we like to be on 160 meters for that, and that usually only occurs once a year. December 29th will be a fifth Monday this year, so we'll be on or about 1887 kilohertz, and we like to try AM for that 160 meter net there. So that's how that goes. So okay, thanks for checking in, and maybe we'll hear you on 10 meters this evening.
N8RKE.
Okay, very good, Larry. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Next on the list is Kilo 8 November Hotel Kilo. John, did I get that right? Is that November Hotel Kilo? Over?
Negative. It's Kilo Bravo 8 Victor Hotel Kilo. John and Ken Moore, and I'm just in and out trying to set up a new laptop while I'm listening to the net.
Okay, John. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's a Victor Hotel Kilo. Yeah, very good. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. And last on the list here was Kurt, KE8ULC. Go ahead, Kurt, with your comments.
This is KE8ULC. Yes, Veterans Day is special here in our house. My second daughter is a major in the Air Force. She'll be deployed soon in April. I see what it really takes to be such a veteran, someone who doesn't have a family, who works very hard for our country as a whole, and currently is not being paid while the government is shut down. So I just lift her up to everybody around us here today. I also work at the food bank here in Akron and the food pantry at the First Congregational Church. We've seen an uptake of about 25% in just the last week with SNAP benefits going. We're not so sure how that's going to handle, but if anybody's willing to jump in and help those who are in need, we all would appreciate it. Back to you, John, at W8VPV. This was Kilo Echo 8, Uniform Lima Charlie.
Okay, Kurt, very good. Yeah, that's really something there with your daughter there. Very good, and thanks for mentioning about the food bank there. Okay, so that takes us to the bottom of the list. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins. I'll take 5 one at a time, and let me acknowledge each call sign one at a time for the next 5.
K8HMS.
K8HMS. I have you on here, Steve. K8HMS. We'll get back with you. Another check-in, please.
KE8OWX Kilo Echo 8 Oscar Whiskey X-Ray Mobile.
Okay, go ahead right now, Mobile, Tom.
All right. Thanks, John. Thanks for running the nets. I'm just driving home from a planning commission meeting, and that was exponentially longer than I had hoped. But the repeater does sound really good, better than it's ever sounded down 21. So I'd say we had some improvements there with that tuning we had. So I don't have anything else. I'm going to get back to paying attention to the road. You have a good evening, and I'll turn it back to Net Control. KE8OWX.
Okay, KE8OWX, good evening, Thomas. And yeah, my brother used this repeater when he was coming this way from Pennsylvania. He was coming to our place, and then the two of us went to the Maslin Hamfest, and he switched from a Lisbon repeater to this repeater just after he passed the Continental Divide. And it was a little noisy, but it was completely copyable from that point on Interstate 76. So that's the story on this repeater and that new antenna. Okay, thanks, Thomas. Okay, this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins.
Foxtrot 8, Delta Tango Alpha, KF8, DTA, Jeff, New Franklin.
Okay, Jeff, you have a good signal. We'll get back with you in a moment. Another check-in, please.
KE8 KVI, in and out.
KE8 KVI, thanks, Ron. 73, and have a good evening. I have you as in and out. Another check-in, please.
W8VPV, this is Kilo Echo 8, Victor, Quebec X-Ray, KE8, VQX, Joe, in Akron.
KE8 VQX, Joe in Akron. We'll get back with you in a moment. And one more check-in.
Kilo 8, Papa Julia Whiskey, K8 DJW, Thornton, Twinsburg.
Okay, there was a double there. I think one was KE8TQR, and who's the one in Twinsburg?
Kilo 8, Papa Julia Whiskey, K8 PJW, Philip and Twinsburg.
K8PJW. Okay, we'll get back with you in a moment here. And was the other one Keith, KE8TQR?
Roger, roger.
Okay, Keith, we'll get back with you. That's probably a couple minutes now. Let's see here. So, let's see. Let's go up to Steve, K8HMS. Go ahead, Steve, with your comments.
Hi, everybody. Checking in here on the 440 side. Hope you got me okay. But not much going on. Not quite ready for this weather yet, but we gotta do. So thanks for running the net and try to get you on 10. And just good hearing everybody. Back to you, W8VPV, KHMS.
Yeah, okay, Steve. Yeah, we got all that. You got a little noisy there, like maybe you were moving around or something. But we got all that. So, yeah, we'll look for you on 10 meters. Thanks for checking in, 73, and hope to hear you on 10 meters. Okay, next is we got Thomas, KE8OWX Mobile. So let's go to Jeff, KF8DTA. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hello, thank you for picking up my call. Oh, I forgot you guys are on 10 meters tonight. I'll have to see if I can get into that one. I usually can. Not much going on here. We just got back from New York visiting family, and we lost the father-in-law there, and everything, the unpleasantries about that. But I did pack up the HF rig and was able to have a little bit of fun and activated a park not too far from their house. So that was fun. And back to normal life now. Back on the grind. KF8, DTA, back to control.
Okay, very good, Jeff. Well, condolences on the loss of the father-in-law, and sounds like you were able to do some portable mobile operation there. So we'll see if we can work you on 10 meters this evening. Okay, so next, KE8KVI, Ron was in and out. That takes us to KE8VQX, Joe. Go ahead with your comments. This is Whiskey 8, Victor Papa Victor.
W8VPV, this is KE8VQX. Good evening, John, and everyone on the net. Just wanted to stop by and say hello. Second week in a row for me. It's usually not around on Monday nights. Anyway, happy birthday, Marines, and happy Veterans Day to all you veterans. Just picked up an Anytone radio that does DMR. I've never used DMR, and man, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to program this thing, even with the software. Well, that'll be a project for tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for getting me in, John. I'll give it back to you. This is KE8VQX, back to net control.
Okay, Joe. Yeah, I haven't done DMR yet, but I just recently acquired a radio that can do DMR, so I'll have to, I don't have the programming software for it, but maybe I can obtain it somewhere. So thanks for checking in, 73. Have a good evening, and good luck with that radio there. Okay, next is K8PJW, Phil. Go ahead, Phil, with your comments. This is John W3X at the mic for the Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor net.
Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, K8PJW. Good evening, John. Thanks for doing the net, and good evening, everyone on the net. Great to hear everyone. Yeah, as I was telling the previous net, we spent the weekend with the grandkiddos up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and start seeing all these fantastic forecasts for 6 to 12 inches and that kind of stuff, and so we thought we'd try to beat the storm home, and then ended up with just like about an inch total. So, but anyway, we had a fun time there, and we'll get back to the normal schedule here. But thanks for doing the net again, John, and great to hear you. I'll try to do the 10 meters too. That sounds interesting. I haven't tried that before, so hopefully we get through. KPGW, back to the net.
Okay, Phil, very good. Yeah, I'll see what antenna. I'll be using a vertical antenna unless I would have to rotate the horizontal antenna. Right now I have it pointed south for New Franklin areas, so we'll see how that works. But I'll start the net with vertical antenna. Okay, so hope to hear you there, Phil. Thanks for checking in, and like I said, hope to hear you. Okay, now we're down to Keith, KE8TQR. Go ahead, Keith, with your comments. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor.
Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. This is KE8TQR. Good evening, John. Thanks for getting me in on the net tonight. Good evening to everyone else that's here. It's good to hear everybody and to be here with you all. Had a quiet weekend this weekend. Didn't do too much, just puttered around the house. Today, well, yeah, we had snow, didn't we? Oh boy, looks like it's banging at the door, and it got a little cold. But I understand we're supposed to get a little warmer by the end of the week, so there's that. 50, if you want to call that warm. Took my truck this morning over to the shop. Needed an oil change. It also needed a muffler, and it sounds a lot better now, and it breathes a lot easier because it's got clean oil. Hi. And then I was down here in the shack, and I was watching a couple of Anthony's videos, because we do have the instruction class on Thursday for the upcoming contest on Saturday and Sunday. I wanted to run through a couple of those because I do hope to be able to help out the club this weekend. So hopefully I'll sign up for one of them slots. What else? No, I'll be doing some radio down here in the shack. A couple HF nets here this evening. And, I'll be doing the 10 meter later on with you, John. I believe you're going to be running it, and I'll be there. So with that, that's about all I got. I actually got me a timer on the screen of my computer, so I don't do it like I did last week and time out the repeater. It's set for 2 minutes, and I've only got 25 seconds left. So I'm going to get off of here and send it back to net control. This is KE8TQR saying 73, and God bless.
Very good, Keith. Yeah, you know, until last week, I always thought it was 3 minutes. So I guess it's good that happened last week. So now I know too that it's only 2 minutes. thanks, Keith, for checking in, 73, and have a good evening, and hope to hear you on 10 meters this evening. Okay, so this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor with John, W03X, at the mic, asking for check-ins. I'll give that another try.
WD8MJS.
Okay, I doubled with you at the beginning. What's your call sign? Go ahead.
WD8MJS. Whiskey Delta 8 Mike Juliet Sierra.
Okay, WD8MJS. We'll get back with you in a moment. Another check-in, please. Okay, I can hear you trying. I have a spot for you for when we come back to you. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Another check-in, please. Okay, I have, like I said, I have a spot for you. We'll get back to you, so hold on there, and we'll see if we can get a few more check-ins here. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for check-ins. Okay, not hearing any more. We'll go back up to WD8MJS. Go ahead with your comments.
Yeah, hi John, group. Oh, not a whole lot. Comments. Been sitting here playing with a bunch of genealogy stuff, and every time I do that, the brain starts getting confused because some of these old timers, I don't want to talk, seem to have sons and brothers and fathers all with the same first names, and it just gets confusing after a while.
Yeah, let's see, my brother's wife has been working with that for our family, so it does get complicated there, and especially with the in-laws. So, okay, Ken, very good. And do you have 10-meter capability?
Not currently functioning.
Okay, Ken. Yeah, you're nearby, but since you don't have it, I won't be watching for you. Thanks for checking in, 73, and have a good evening. Okay, so next was somebody attempting to check in. Want to give it another try, see if we can hear something? Well, we got some scratchiness that time. Can you jack up the power a little bit or something, or move up? I assume it's a handheld radio. Over? Well, we didn't get anything from that, but I'll mark you here. You're number 16 here, so we have you on the log. Very good. Okay, so this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor asking for more check-ins. Okay, I'm not hearing any. I'll repeat the announcements, and then I'll give one last call for check-ins. Okay, so the newsletter editor has published the November newsletter, and so he is collecting articles for the December newsletter, and that will be published after the Christmas dinner. Okay, now the Christmas dinner is December 3rd, and it will be at the New Era restaurant and the evening of December 3rd. And there will be a presentation by W8VPV about bees and all their intricacies, which will be a lot of fun there. And let's see. So this Wednesday, November 12th. Okay, we're going to have a BOG meeting, and that will start at 6 p.m. So all are invited, and that in person will be at the Pilgrim United Church of Christ, which has a listed address of 130 Broad Boulevard, but you enter the meeting by going to the parking lot, which is on 2nd Street, just south of Broad Boulevard, and then enter the building where the entrance is just off the corner of the parking lot. And there will be a presentation starting at 7:30 about, it'll be by Ken Dorsey, and it will be about an application called Free DV, which is a digital transmission, but it's on the HF bands, and if the receiver is using Free DV, it takes all the noise out of the signal there, and the voice part is very clear. So a lot of people have been using this lately since it came out, and so he will be giving a presentation about that Free DV. And so that may start as early as 6:30 rather than the 7:30. So we'll see how the time setup goes for all that. So if you're going to go by Zoom, try starting early at 6:30 to see what's going on. That's November 12th. Then November 13th is that's all Zoom only, like a training session for the upcoming ARRL sweepstakes contest, single sideband version, which will be on Saturday the 15th and Sunday the 16th. So there's going to be operators at the clubhouse. So if you would like to operate at the clubhouse during part of that contest, then take a look at our webpage at www.cfarc.org, and on the right side is click on November 13th, and you'll be able to see more information about what that how to operate in that contest. You can operate, you will be operating as Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. Now, keep in mind that as a technician, there will be an upper licensed person there, and so you can operate on the other sections of the HF band, the other bands of the HF section, and operate as Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor. But also keep in mind, you can operate on the 10 meter band as yourself between 28.3 and 28.5, but move up a little bit from the edge and down a little bit from the upper edge, so that you're not crossing over into the restricted part of that band. Okay, so that's about November 13th. Now, on December 3rd is the Cuyahoga Falls Amateur Radio Club Christmas dinner. So watch for a sign-up link for that on our webpage at www.cfarc.org, so that we can tell how many are going to attend. And there will be a presentation by W8VPV. It will be about bees. Now, let me recap here. November 12th, 6 p.m., we're going to have a BOG, that's a Board of Governance meeting. All are invited to attend. If you're going to attend in person, we're asking that each attendee bring a canned good food item, anything except tomato soup, as a token of appreciation for their letting us use their facility for our meetings. Okay, that's all that I have in the way of announcements. So this is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, last call for check-ins. Okay, not hearing any additional check-ins. In preparing to close this net, I would like to thank all of you who took the time to join us and check in tonight. Without your participation, there would be no net. This has been John, and my call is W03X, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I will close the net with 17 check-ins, counting myself, and return the repeater to normal customary amateur radio use. This is Whiskey 8 Victor Papa Victor, closing the net at 9:23 p.m. local time, 7-3, and the 10 meter net on 28.360 upper sideband will start at 9:30 p.m. This is W03X. I'm clear.